Okay, what's a Shamtastic again? A little bit of this, a little bit of this. Okay, welcome back to another Shamtastic movie review, okay? Where we talk about all that shit. Listen, so the Wayans family has been back for a while. Anna Faris is back. Regina Hall is back. Sean is back. Marlon is back. After waiting over 20 years for the original creators to reclaim this franchise, was it actually worth it? Let's talk about the most recent scary movie. And I know it's been out for past weeks, but I've been saying I'm going to give y'all a review of Scary Movie, Leviticus, and Disclosure Day. And here we are. Let's get into it. So if you did not know, this is the first scary movie. Well, this is actually the second scary movie that the Marlon brothers, the Wayans brothers, has actually had hands on Scary Movie. The first movie that they had, Scary movie that they had hands on was Scary Movie 2. So basically, it was really a celebration because the Wayans haven't had their hands on the movie since Scary Movie 2. So it's like you can actually feel like, oh, this is a Wayans produced movie, or this is like, you can tell this is them up and through this movie. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you. Now I don't know if this movie. Now I think the movie is funny. I'm the type of person, I like dark jokes, dark humor. I like corny jokes, dad jokes, uncle jokes. I like all that corny shit. That should be funny to me. Now I feel like it was so many funny moments in this movie. But I want to shout out AMC. Is it Grub's Bar or the little? Listen, I like me a good spicy pineapple margarita, and it did it for me. They be pouring like. I was up there tipsy, so when I was in the movie theater, it was plenty of jokes that was like really funny to me. Like they had like the Megan joke on the train. I think they had to actually Megan Robot. They had when one of the Marlon Wayans brothers, he was smoking, and then they had like the whole what's the name of the movie? The children's movie. What's the name of the movie? Demons with the demons. Something, but with the golden song, I'm done hiding who I wanna be. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was one, I'm going up, this is our moment. We're golden. Yeah, so the golden song. So yeah, they had like the anime section, like when he was getting high stuff. That was pretty funny. Like they and then they had the scene where the main character, her best friend, was in the hospital. Well, I guess she was her sister. She was in the hospital, and they was controlling the bed. And then they had like the stereotypical nurse that was getting. She was like, "Oh, I'm going on my break." So like that was just a couple of moments that was really funny in the movie. So I know I just introduced some of the jokes, but before we really get into the movie, I think that this is more. Do you think that people were really showing up to this movie because of nostalgia, or do you think people really wanted to see like a fresh new scary movie? Because I see a lot of people have this conversation about older movies, especially when it comes to movies like Halloween. Like Halloween with so many Halloweens. I believe it's like 9 Halloweens, right? And people are like, why are we going to the movie theater to see this lady not die again? Well, see this lady die and not be able to kill Michael Myers, right? So before we even talk about the jokes, we have to talk about why this movie is such a big deal. This isn't just another sequel. The original creators, the Wayans family, finally returned to the franchise after being away for more than 20 years, like I was saying. If you have ever wondered why the first 2 scary movies felt different from some of the later entries, this is why. Fans have wanted Sean, Marlon, and the Wayans family back for years. So this movie almost feels like they reclaimed something that always belonged to them, right? You can actually feel the passion while watching, and it doesn't feel like somebody is trying to, imitate the scary movie brand. It just feels like scary movie. Okay, so we had a return of the original cast, which I thought was so good. Like the girl, she ended up playing like one of the girls' moms or whatever with the old white wig. She really don't even look that old. I believe her name is Anna Faris. So, Anna Faris, Regina Hall, Sean Wayans, and Marlon Wayans, the original people of the cast of Scary Movie returned, right? She's like, what? Regina Hall is just so fucking funny. These characters help define comedy for an entire generation, okay? Because she's like, this is some scary shit, man. Y'all know Regina Hall, period. If y'all been locked in on the franchise, y'all know how important Regina Hall's character is to this movie. Instead of pretending that older movies never happened, the film embraces the history while introducing new jokes and new references for today's audience. And that's exactly, I believe, what people wanted. That came about the Megan jokes about was the son of the police officer, was he trans or was they lesbian? I can't remember. But let's really get into some of the specific, comedy moments besides the ones I already described. The movie had me laughing, and not just an obvious joke. The background jokes was funny. The little facial expressions were funny. Especially the guy who, when they went to his house, I'm spoiling the movie, man. But the random one-liners was funny. Even some of the quick visual gags caught me off guard. There were moments where people around me were laughing at completely different jokes because there was so much happening on screen. That's something I really appreciate about going to the movies, having like different people reactions around you. You never know what somebody else may deem funny, where you sitting there looking like, that wasn't funny to me. That's just average comedy. So sometimes comedy rely on one huge joke, every 15 minutes. But this movie, I feel like, was every 5 to 6 minutes. That's why some jokes landed and some jokes didn't. But, watching a comedy in a packed theater just really hits different. Hearing everybody laugh together in some scenes even made some shit funny. But I believe it was the MacGuffins bar for me, baby. That spicy pineapple. Okay, the spicy pineapple margarita did it for me. But we really just have to talk about the scene that has lived in pop culture for over 20 years. What's crazy is that the younger audiences may not even realize how iconic the Waza is from Ghostface. People were quoting it everywhere. It became one of the most recognizable comedy moments of the early 2000s. So hearing it again just wasn't a fan service. It reminded me of why these movies became classics in the first place. The film understands that nostalgia can bring people into the theater, but it also knows that nostalgia alone isn't enough to carry an entire movie, right? So one of the things that I appreciated was how modern the movie felt. They didn't really just do a whole bunch of nostalgia jokes the whole time in the movie. They brought some new things in there, right? It makes fun of today's internet culture, social media, influencers. They had Casanat in the movie, technology, current horror trends, without completely losing the identity of what Scary Movie is, because altogether, it really is funny. You know what I'm saying? Scary Movie is a parody, in my opinion. That's a difficult balance. You want longtime fans to feel rewarded, but you also want a younger audience to understand the jokes. For me, I think they found a balance, especially bringing in the new characters, but keeping the focus on the old main cast, right? So I feel like something that we should talk about in the bigger conversation is critics and the audience don't always agree. This movie has sparked the exact conversation. Some professional critics weren't nearly as impressed. Some people don't think this movie is funny at all. But audiences have been showing up, laughing, and supporting it. I think some of the older generation and the newer generation got together and was like, hey, we're going to go see this. I remember when this movie came out when I was younger. I watched this whole series. I'm a fan. Come on, I'm going to bring my mom, my daddy, my uncle, my auntie, and my children. Because it was some children up in there now. It was some children watching that movie. When I went and seen that movie at noon, it was some children up in there watching that movie. The movie opened at #1 and had one of the strongest openings in the franchise history. That tells me that comedy still has a place in the theater, even if it's horror. Maybe people just wanted to laugh again, So my main thing now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are asking, especially with the ending, right, where they burned the whole house down, killed their kids and all that kind of stuff. Yes, I know, spoilers. So where does Scary Movie go from here? And honestly, I think there's a future, for this franchise. Horror has changed so much over the last decade between psychological horror, found footage, AI horror, internet horror. That's almost an unlimited material they can parody now. If this team stays together, I would absolutely come back for another movie. And a MacGuffin's bar for my spicy pineapple margarita. So all in all, I want to say that I give this movie maybe if I'm being honest, maybe an 8.8 out of 10. I walked into the theater hoping to laugh, and I genuinely left entertained. Sometimes that's exactly what a movie is supposed to do for you. If you've seen Scary Movie, let me know your favorite moment without spoiling it for everybody else, even though I put a couple spoilers in here. And if you haven't seen it yet, let me know if this review, convinced you to check it out or buy it on digital, because I'm pretty sure it's been out for a while, so it might be out on digital. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications, because every Monday we're back with another late night pop culture episode where we'll be breaking down the biggest stories in music, movies, television, and everything happens across everything that happens across entertainment. Until next time, and I'm pretty sure I'll be bringing Leviticus and Disclosure Day to you real soon. So this was just first review we get over. We got Late Night Pop Culture Moment episode 4 on Monday. And yeah, we're going to release some other movie reviews. Make sure that you do all those YouTube things to get this conversation jumping. Let me know what you think about Scary Movie in the comments below. If nobody told you all year, all month, all week, all day, I love you. Make sure to leave a purple heart in the comments, because over here we show love. Until next time, Fantastic Gang. Bye for now.